Greetings everyone, my name is Calvin, and recently I've been working on creating a new franchise called the Omniscient Verse. Currently I'm in the making of writing the main story known as Eclectic Ascension. This is the audiobook for Eclectic Ascension. There are more stories to come, but for now this is the end of Chapter 1, Episode 9. Enjoy. Edmin looks around, but the once vibrant city fades, leaving only the time-worn, crumbling church. He stands in silent thought, almost as if he's counting the cracks in each cobblestone of the church walls. Placing a hand to his head, the weight of indecision presses down like a storm. He looks up and yells, "Judge, this is ridiculous. You really expect me to just set aside what happened? Someone is trying to stop me from finding Beerus, and you want me to just roll over and be a good little soul?" There's no response. He yells out louder, "Judge, I know you can hear me." He starts pacing, anticipating the altercation that might unfold. The memory pauses. The bustling city and the bird's song fall silent. In the middle of the aisle, between all the church's long and empty pews, a blur begins to materialize, slowly forming into the judge. Edmin, standing a bit away from the altar, now staring at him, says, "You know something is at play here. That strange apparition tried to sway me from finding Beerus. That has to mean something." The judge, his expression tinged with intrigue, replies,
"I cannot deny the words you speak have some truth in them. However, I have a to do, and I cannot stray from my duty because of some pet."
Edmin, now frustrated and insulted, screams, "Beerus was not just some pet. He was my best friend, my family, my source of comfort, and now I'm left in this cold, desolate place with no idea what's to become of me. I lost my best friend and a part of myself. I lost my ambition and any form of joy I had left. Now I'm dead and I'm just supposed to accept it and move on." He breathes hard, his voice cracking. "I understand that processing emotions isn't something that's a part of who you are. But to us mortals, we have no say in the matter. I've realized now that dead or alive, we have no control over them." Through all of this, the judge stands silently, listening, understanding, and for the first time, feeling something he had yet to feel for a mortal: empathy. Edmund walks towards the long pews and takes a seat. "How am I supposed to just let it go?" he asks, eyes heavy. For a few seconds, the judge stands still. Then he walks towards Edmund and sits beside him.
"This promise you made, even if I let you walk this path rather than continue your judgment, how do you intend to approach the situation? There are beings far superior to even myself. What will you do should you encounter them? Will you fight? Will you hide?
He pauses.
Even if I set you free, you'll only be a poltergeist, a ghost, unable to interact with reality."
Edmund slumps forward, resting his elbows on his knees and his hands cradling his forehead. "So that's it? There's nothing I can do?" The judge, staring towards the altar, stands.
"I can take you to a memory where you interacted with him. It's not exactly what you wanted, but it might give you some comfort to spend time with him."
Edmund looks up at the judge and replies in a soft, monotone voice, "You don't understand. How am I supposed to neglect my promise and move on? Even if I get sent to a good afterlife, how am I supposed to enjoy myself knowing I failed him?" The judge stands before him, that empathy continuing to rise within his ancient core. And for the first time, he feels it. Raw emotion flowing through him. He's guided an infinite number of souls, heard all their stories, but none had made him feel sympathy. Until now. He hesitates. Then, finally, he speaks.
"Very well, Edmund. Let us revisit the moment where your path began to fracture."
He raises a hand. A single tear falls from Edmund's cheek. As it hits the stone floor of the church, the world ripples outward like shattered glass. The stained glass windows melt. The altar burns away. The sky darkens, and they now stand in the moment Burris is dying. But it's not just a memory. It's hyper-real, frozen in time like a divine echo. Edmin, once again hunched over Burris on the cold vet's table, cradling his lifeless body like a father holding his child. The judge stands quietly to the side, as Edmin, sobbing, once again recites his promise. But this time, the judge allows him to speak slightly different. "I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't know. I didn't see it. But I'll make it right. I will find you in the afterlife. I swear. No matter what stands in my way, I will find you. This is my promise to you." The judge, overcome by something foreign and heavy, feels a strange warmth trail down his right cheek. Slowly, he raises his hand, staring at the streak now staining his fingers. A tear, his first. A deep silence fills the room. Edmin holds his friend, and the judge, temporarily frozen from feeling emotions for the first time, whispers.
So this is sorrow.
He closes his eyes, and finally, he understands.
Edmund, I cannot deny that your story has moved me, so I will not deny you the path that you've chosen.
He snaps his fingers, and the memory collapses. The room fades into the darkness of the void. Burris slowly fades from Edmund's arms. The judge, staring out into the void, says,
I cannot very well take you to Burris, nor can I lead you to him. And heading straight into the journey would prove fruitless. You will need to ascend if you are to barge into the afterlife in search of him. And for that you will need power. You must find it wherever you can.
Edmund, still staring at his now empty hands, asks, "Where should I find such power? And how do I go to these places that hold such power?" The judge, with his hands behind his back, replies,
I cannot tell you that, but I can give you a portion of my power, enough to let you travel through the concept itself. I don't have time to teach you audiobooking, so you'll have to learn on your own.
He pauses.
Though I must warn you, this journey will not be easy. Though you will be able to go anywhere you choose, you will not be able to interact with the real world, and until you gain actual power as a wandering spirit, you will be unwelcome in the afterlife.
Edmund stands. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. I will never forget this act of kindness. Thank you, Judge. The judge turns to him. Edmund sees that the judge's eyes are now glossy, as if he's been crying. Judge, are you all right? The judge raises one hand to Edmund. Edmund reaches out. They shake hands. Suddenly, Edmund feels a tingle through his palm as a bright light begins to emanate from where their hands connect. The judge has now endowed Edmund with a portion of his power. His expression unreadable once again. He says,
Thank you, Edmund. The emotions you've shown me have opened my eyes to a greater understanding of judgment.
The light spreads over Edmund, consuming him in radiant glow. The judge is sending him back to Sentia. But before Edmund completely fades away, he says one final thing. Thank you, Judge. I will never forget you. And then he's gone. The judge stands alone, his hands behind his back once more, staring out into the endless void. The scene slowly pans out and fades to black. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. And if you're liking the story so far, please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you're interested in keeping up with the Omniscient verse, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss an episode. Until next we meet, stay safe and farewell.